Hey guys! In today's video, I wanted to talk about how I price and sell my artwork and how I began doing it, and this is just going to be some tips that I've accumulated throughout the years since I kind of had to learn it all by myself. And to begin with, I wanted to say thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, because they're making it possible for me to devote some time to make content for you guys, just because I'm at college and I have not had any time to make videos, but they always make it possible for me to do so. And if you don't know what Skillshare is, it's an online learning community with thousands of classes in design, art, photography, business, and more. Premium membership will give you unlimited access to all of their classes, and the way I would describe their classes, it's kind of like an online college class. It will teach you a skill, and you can also upload a project that the instructor will see and be able to critique you on and give you feedback on, so which is really helpful. Premium membership can be as low as $10 a month, so if you'd like to check out Skillshare, I will have a link down in the description for a free 2-month trial for the first 500 people to sign up. I personally think it's an awesome website and I pay for it myself, so if you would like to check it out, the link is going to be down right at the top of the description. So thank you to them for making it possible for me to make another video for you guys. Okay, so let's talk about the topic of this video, which is how to sell art. First off, I am going to talk about the platform you use, which the most important thing to consider when you're choosing a platform is to consider the commission. So I personally started using Tictail since there's only a 10% commission on items found through the website. If you use your own link, it's going to be completely free to use, which is incredible, I think. The only downside is for that free version, you do not get your own custom domain. There is the possibility to get your own custom domain through Tictail, but I personally did not do that just because I wanted to create a website where I did have separate pages as well as my shop, and Tictail is just good for selling from what I know. So I would definitely recommend Tictail to begin with. I did not personally want to sell through Etsy or StoreEnvy just because those do have a bigger commission from what I know, and that just wouldn't have been profitable for me since I have a standard shipping for all my products, and I actually take on the cost of a lot of international shipping myself. So having a really big commission on my prints and my products, it's just not plausible for me. So I opted for Tictail to begin with. When I wanted to expand, I started a store through Wix.com, and I have my own website and my own shop, and I think I pay around $15 a month for the shop. So it's without a commission per item, you have to pay $15, like a flat fee. You do have the ability to have your own domain name and to customize your website, which I think is pretty cool. So if you're just beginning and you're not exactly sure of what direction you want to go in, I recommend Tictail. It worked very well for me. I had no problems with it. And when you are setting up a shop wherever you decide to host it, you are going to have to set up a Stripe account and a PayPal account so that you can accept credit cards and PayPal. So just 2 things to keep in mind. But when it comes to actually pricing your artwork, first off, my question is, how much do you produce and how much do you plan to sell? The more artwork you're going to sell, the less dear it's going to be to your heart, and you're going to be more willing to part with it for a lower price than a painting or a drawing that you're attached to. So if I just plan on making 10 pencil sketches and listing them up in my shop, I'm not going to be attached to them the same way that I would if I was making a 5 or 6 drawing series in which I had put a little bit more time and effort and I actually thought out a concept to, or maybe a piece might be emotionally meaningful to me because of when I drew it or, what I'm drawing. So if something does take more of your heart, I definitely recommend that you price it up higher. I sometimes feel like I unreasonably price a piece too highly because I'm thinking that if I love this piece, I don't really want to undersell it. If somebody wants to buy it for that high of a price, then I'm like, oh, okay, great. That person actually will love the piece the same way that I do, instead of just pricing it too lowly and then you're just going to feel bad about losing a piece that you really love. If nobody does buy it, then you still have the piece and it still has value to you, So that's my opinion on that. When it comes to actually pricing your artwork, I'm going to give you like a little rough mathematical equation that you can use. So consider the amount of time the painting or drawing took from developing the concept of the drawing or painting to painting it taking photos of it and listing it, how much effort it will take to package it and to ship it, as well as the expense of the packing materials and the shipping. So all of that stuff is what the drawing is worth, and then you can add the emotional worth that it is to you. So maybe you add all of that and you divide it by the number of hours that it took, and it's lower than you wish to sell it, just bump it up to whatever price you want to sell it to. I wouldn't recommend selling it for lower than that price. Don't accept less than minimum wage for a piece. Don't sell your artwork for $5 or $10 or something very low like that. Irrelevant of your skill level, don't let anyone take advantage of you, because if you do let people take advantage of you, it lowers the value of you as an artist and what you are worth. So if you set a high price for your own artwork, people will take you more seriously in a sense. Now, at the same time, look at artists of a similar skill level that as you have and see what they price their artwork as. If they're pricing it very, very lowly, price up higher, but that's always a good idea to know what to price your artwork as. When I first started out, I would price my little tiny marker drawings at $20 or $25, and they didn't sell immediately. They did take quite a long time to sell. However, that was fine for me. The more popular you become, the more you'll be able to charge per piece. Don't expect for there to be a similar demand to your artwork as there's for very famous person's work, but also in my experience, I haven't drastically been able to raise my prices, so don't stress about it too much. Don't, start pricing your artwork in $10 and then you get a couple of people buying your artwork and you're like, okay, cool, I'm going to bump it up to $500. That doesn't happen. I don't manage to price my artwork that highly, and I really want to learn how to be able to do that, but I think it's just appealing to my own demographic. I would suggest to price your artwork higher than you think it would sell for, and then gradually lower the price if there are no buyers. Don't undersell to begin with, and if you are tight on money, have coupon codes and discounts on prints or other merchandise. Selling prints in your shop is also a great method of income, and I don't recommend selling original artwork with a coupon, since you will lose a huge chunk of the profit and you'll probably end up making less than minimum wage on the piece. So let's say I want to sell a painting for $100. If I will have a 30% off coupon for prints and originals, if somebody applies that coupon to the original, I'm losing $30 just like that, which is quite a lot of money. So I would definitely recommend just using coupons and discounts on prints and anything else that you would have in your shop. And that's a good incentive for people to buy from you. And then if they see an original artwork, they're still going to feel good about buying that artwork as well as prints, because they're technically saving on the prints. Lastly, I would say that marketing yourself is very important. So create hype for new pieces that you're going to be selling, advertise on your social media, and let your friends know in person that you have an art shop, and then they can support you through it. And one thing that I find very helpful is to add freebies into your orders, like stickers or postcards, and to let people know you're going to be doing it. People love to receive personal touches like that, and everybody loves free things. If you order something from an artist and you get an extra sticker, you're going to be enthralled, because I usually am. So spending a little money on creating some extra prints or stickers or other products that you can add as little thank yous to your orders, that's kind of part of marketing and part of the expense that you're going to be spending to further your shop. So I would recommend doing that. Speaking of artwork, I wanted to let you know that I added a bunch of new paintings to my shop, and I am going to be having a pretty big discount on everything except originals in my shop until the 25th, because it is my birthday and it's fun, little birthday sale. But yeah, I have college expenses and all that. If you'd like to support a fellow artist, that would be super cool. But yeah, this painting is going to be up in my shop, and all links to my social media will be down in the description. If you would like me to make a video on starting a shop and the specific products that you need for it and how to package shop orders and all that stuff, I am not an expert, but I have a little bit of experience that I could impart to you guys if you are interested. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!